How's it going, guys? My name is Jeremy and welcome to my channel, Jeremy's Wild World. And for my first video today, I'm going to be showing you guys all the different types of animals I'm currently keeping. So let's get right into this. Alright guys, so this is my 200 litre tropical community tank. So I've had this tank for about a year and a half and I've gone through many different types of fish. Currently, this is the main focus of the tank is my guppies, my fancy guppies. So this is one of my females, very nice yellow. There's another female, she's probably about to give birth soon. Oh, there's my Siamese algae eater. Yeah, if you can see the aggression, he is a little bit aggressive right now. So I'm probably going to rehome him soon. But I've had him since he was about half an inch. And yeah, he's getting pretty big. So in this tank, the stocking is, well, of course, the Siamese algae eater. I've got my fancy tail guppies. There's a really nice looking male there. These aren't any specific strain. These are more just a mutt, as in a mutt meaning mix of different types of colors. As you can see, there's no specific one color or the same color. Also, I have my female golden honey gourami. She's pretty skittish. I've had her for about, I'd say, 4 or 5 months now. She's doing good, she's eating well. And as you can see at the back, there's one of my 5 cardinal tetras. I used to have 12, but they are getting old and they are passing away. And also in this tank, I have 3 bristlenose plecos. Here is my male longfin albino. He does like to hide between the wood. So it is kind of hard to see him, but you can see his nice long tail there, very beautiful. Here is one of the females. This is a short fin albino bristlenose. I've only had her for about 1 month. She's doing good. I have had babies from her, 2 only, because the male did kick out the eggs. And I was only able to keep 2. Here, as you can see, I have some really nice red cherry shrimp. This is a really good looking female right here, as you can see. And yeah, I've got a colony of cherry shrimp, probably about 100, maybe more. They usually like to hide, as you see down here. You can see quite a few of them down here, mix of males and females. I also have a bunch of pink ram's horn snails. I started off with 6 in November. And they just bred like crazy. They're absolutely everywhere, you can see in this tank. Which I don't mind. People don't really like snails, but personally, I really like them. So for the plants, I have Anubias barteri here. I got this on Amazon for £7 as a really small plant. And I broke it up into 2. And yeah, this is really big now. It's been in this tank for about 7 months. I have this Pogostemons, I think it is, octopus plant. It's not really doing too well. I think it's because of the lighting in this tank. One of my lights are broke, so I do need to get on fixing that. I have Sagittaria here. I'm not sure what type. This, I'm pretty sure, is a crypt. If I'm not correct, please correct me down in the comments below. But I did get this at Pets at Home, and it just looked nice, so I bought it. This, I'm assuming, is another crypt. I did not order this plant. I did order a different plant, but I got this one instead. But it still looks pretty nice. The shrimp do like to hide under here, as you can see. If you'll focus, there we go. As you can see, the shrimp do like to hide under here. A lot of detritus builds up under these plants, so they do like to graze on that. Here we have another crypt, I'm assuming. I'm not completely sure. I did just order these plants from someone on eBay and they just look pretty cool, so I got them. But look how nice it's going. This was really small when I first got it. I just got it as 2 little bunches. Oh, these guys never come out. So these are my blue neon gobies. I'm pretty sure I have 2 females, well, most likely, because they don't really have a lot of coloration to them. The males are much darker black on the side with a nice blue stripe going down them. And yeah, look, there it is. There she is, I mean. Yeah, she looks pretty good. If we'll focus, there we go. Focus. Yeah, looks pretty good. I do also, in this breeder net, if I can open the top, we can have a look inside. Ooh, okay, maybe not in there, but if you can faintly see, these are my Hetzer albino long fin bristlenose. So these are the babies of my standard brown female bristlenose pleco and my male longfin albino pleco. And as you can see here, if I zoom in a little bit, you can see that's one of the two surviving albino babies. I'm pretty sure it's a short fin, but nevertheless I do have some albino, which is quite nice. They are currently scattered around eating some flakes that I put in earlier on today. So okay guys, so that's my 200 litre tropical fish tank. Let's move on to the next pet. Alright guys, so this is my next pet I'd like to show you. Please excuse the mess, these guys are due for a clean soon. But if I take off the lid, these are my giant African land snails. So I have 5 pretty decent sized adults in here at the moment. Their names are Eenie, Meenie, Miny, Mo, and Robin. Robin being the smallest one that I let my little sister name. And here's one coming out right now. So as you can see, they are getting on their size. I've had these since they were hatchlings in October. They are getting quite big. As you can see, they did lay eggs. I did not know there were eggs in here. And they've hatched. As you can see all the little babies in here. Yes, I will be moving them out soon. Because they will eat the shell of my adults, because they need the calcium to grow their shells, and I currently have run out of cuttlefish bone, which I usually give to them. But yeah, these pets are really interesting. They are very easy to keep. I know, if you leave in the comments down below, I know these housing is not ideal, but this is a temporary home until I find a place to rehome them, because I'm running out of space for animals and I'm looking to rehome these guys. So yeah, so I'm currently keeping them on a cocoa fiber substrate. Got this stuff at Poundland. You just soak it in water and then just chuck it in, and they like to bury in it. They've laid their eggs in it. If you can see the little babies, if I can zoom in here, there's some leftover cuttlefish bone, but I need to get some more. But you can see the little baby popping out there. These are my older batch of little baby African land snails. If I can just open the lid one-handed. Hold on a second. Oh. Yeah, it's hard to do this one-handed. Okay, so these are my baby African land snails. They are, I think, about 3 months to 4 months old. There are a mixed variety of sizes in here, because they do compete for the food. And yes, these guys do need a clean. I will be cleaning them out soon. And as you can see, you need the calcium in there for them to grow their shell properly. That's why I provide them cuttlefish bone. I'm going to boil some eggs that I collected from my work experience later, and the shells will go into here, and I will give the calcium through the eggshells, because you can also do that. But as you can see, they are very cute. They're starting to get the coloration on their body now. They used to be a little bit more whiter, and their shells are starting to get the striped pattern, just like the adults. I feed these guys a mix of veggies, such as romaine lettuce, iceberg lettuce, cucumber, carrots, spinach, and then I also give them some fruit like banana, apple, and strawberry. I did give them strawberry for the first time. As you can see, it's gone. These guys are eating machines. And yeah, so these are my African land snails. And let's move on to the other stuff. Alright guys, so this is the next tank I'd like to show you. This is my 20 litre nano cube. This tank is still fairly new. I rescaped it about 6 months ago from a cherry shrimp breeding tank to a community better tank. So as you can see, I have 3 pieces of bogwood here. They look really nice. I got these along with the 3 pieces that I have in my 200 litre tropical community tank. I have this rock here, which I collected from the beach. I did not buy this from a shop. I found this on the beach when I was fishing with my dad in Dover in the early morning. I was a bit bored and I was walking along the beach and I saw this rock. I was like, wow, this rock would look really nice in an aquarium. So I took it home and let it soak in boiling water for 2 weeks to kill off any bacteria, parasites, and to get rid of any of the residue salt that is was on it. And now this rock has been in here for about 5 months now, and it just looks really nice, and the algae is just growing all over it, just making it look nice and natural. So stocking wise, I have my 8 Ember Tetras, which are in the back right now because they are a bit skittish because they're not used to having a big camera in their face. I am recording on an iPhone XR, so I'm sorry if the quality is not the best. So yeah, those are pretty cool Tetra. They are quite an aggressive eater. When I put some fluval bug bites on the top, they do smack it off the surface of the water and they do eat quite a bit. So next I have, of course, my betta fish. This is a Dumbo ear placat. His name is Diablo, and I just really love this betta fish. I've had a couple betta fish in the past, but this betta fish has just been my favorite. He just looks really nice. His fins aren't the biggest, but I don't care about that. He just has a really nice personality. He does like to sleep in this little gap in the wood, and every time I come past the tank, he just goes up and swims like, feed me, feed me. And you just look at him. The blues, the reds, and the bits of purple. This camera is just not doing him any justice. He just looks really, really nice. I do plan to breed betta fish in the future, and this is definitely a candidate that I want to breed. As you can see, he probably wants to breed too. He's made a bubble nest. I'll show you from the top. As you can see, he has a little bubble nest here. It did get a bit damaged because I did top off this tank yesterday. I did disrupt the bubbles a little bit, but he'll build it again. Let's see what else I have in here. I don't think we'll see them today, but we have in here 2 baby longfin standard color bristlenose. They are het for albino because they were bred with my my adult male albino bristlenose, but they should be somewhere in this tank. I'm not exactly sure where. They do like to hide in the cracks of the wood. They're probably hiding in the back. If I do find them, I will show you guys in the next video. But yeah, there are 2 in there. They're the first ones I ever bred. They're about 5 months old now. They did hatch in January. Yeah, about 5 months old. Okay, so in here also I have 2 brown coolie loaches. I did used to have 3, but one sadly passed away as soon as a couple days after I bought them. I do not quarantine. The only reason why I do not quarantine is because I don't have the space for it, honestly. I do live in a small flat, so I don't have the biggest space in the world. But yeah, as you can see, he's just popping his little head out. These coolie loaches are quite cool. When they do come out, they are a bit shy. They do like to bury themselves in the sand and sift through the sand, kind of like a Corydoras, but they are the worms of the tropical fish tank. But yeah, so this is my nano cube, and I'm off to show you the last pet. Right, guys, so I was just checking over the footage, and I managed to see, there he is, the baby longfin standard color het for albino bristlenose pleco. This is one of 2 that are in here. They are about, yeah, as I said in the last clip, 5 months old. They're about 2.5 inches from nose to tail, and they just look really nice. Their fins are so long. They are really, really shy though, which is the only thing that oh, and there's the coolie loach popping his head out. That's quite cool. But yeah, they just look really nice, and hopefully the babies that are in the breeder net that I showed you in the 200 litre tank will turn out like this guy. So yeah, let's go on to showing you my final pet, the quail. Right, so this is my last pet I'd like to show you. This right here, if it will focus, is my Japanese quail, Larry. So Larry has a very interesting story. I did work experience at this children's farm. I'm not going to say where because I don't want you guys going, can I have a quail? Can I have a quail? But yeah, I did work experience there, and I went into the staff room and I saw this little guy sitting on the counter, and I was like, oh, what happened to her? And they were like, oh, she got into a fight and she had the back of her neck, the feathers were ripped out completely, and there was a pretty bad scar, but it did heal by the time I got there. So I was like, oh, so what are you gonna do with her? And they said they're probably gonna like put her out of her misery, because they couldn't put her back because they just fight again and they'd probably kill her this time, and they didn't have any other place to put her, so they were just gonna put her out of her misery. And I was like, no, if you want, at the end of my 5 days, I'll take her. So as the days went on and I had my breaks, I would just go in there and I'd just play with her. And yes, Larry is a girl. I did not know Larry was a girl at first. I just went in there and went, boom, that bird is called Larry. I did not know Larry was a girl until I took her home and I found an egg in her box the next day. So as you can see, she is in here. And yes, this is a cat carrier cage, but this cage is temporary. Do you want to come out, buddy? Want to come out? She is getting better with me. Before, she wouldn't even let me go near her, but now she'll sit on my lap, she'll sit on my shoulder, she'll eat out my hand. Let me see if I can entice her out. Let's go grab a mealworm. Let me go see if I can get her out. But yeah, let's just see if I can entice her out with a mealworm. We can get a better look at her. Come on, Larry. Out you come. The reason why Larry is still called Larry is because I just really like the name and it's just stuck with me, really. So let me see if I can get her out with a mealworm. Come here. So she is a little shy. This is the first time she's had a camera in front of her. Let me see if I can get her out. She is in my balcony right now, and I know this cage is way too small for her, but I do plan on getting a large cage for her eventually. But there you go, see? This is Larry. She still is a bit shy towards the camera, but she is doing good. She is healthy now, and as you can see on her back of her neck, all the feathers have grown back. Before, that was just a little bald patch with the skin exposed, but now it's all grown back and she's doing really well. But yeah, I do plan on getting her a big cage. I do feed her this pellet food that my work experience gave me, and I do plan on getting some veggies and some fruit to give her as well. But yeah, I did buy the mealworms the other day to give to her, and yeah, she's doing really good. So guys, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you like, for many more videos to come. My name is Jeremy, and thanks for visiting the channel. Bye bye.